Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 12. It freaking took long enough to get this episode out. I mean, they were going every week, an episode a week. And then last week, they skipped Episode 12. I'm like, you guys didn't do Episode 12, and yet we still got an episode for the sub. Why didn't we get one for the dub? And, I don't know why, to be honest. And I was like wondering, are we going to be getting an episode for the dub this week? Because, like I said, I didn't know if it was taking a break from the dub or whatever, but yeah. We finally get to see Best Jeanist again, and Dabby actually did think that he was dead. And I'm like, what did you guys do to Best Jeanist to fool Dobby into thinking that he was dead when he wasn't? I'm like, how? That's what I want to know. But, yeah, during the fighting, it seems that Best Jeanist is not at his complete best before he got injured. And I don't know if he's still recovering from that initial injury, or if he's recovering from whatever Hawks did to him to get him, in that, I guess, state of near death to fool him, I guess. Or it could be both for all I know. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, he's not a completely 100% at this point. So, essentially, he's fighting despite his body not being physically ready yet. And, yeah, he is able to keep Gigantomachia under wraps, as well as everybody else being secure. And I did notice that Toga's not with them. So, where did she go? Because as far as I know, everybody that was in the League of Villains that was on Gigantomachia at the time was restrained by Best Jeanist. Spinner, Shigaraki, Mr. Compress, but Dabi is fighting Shoto at this point. And I love how Shoto has decided has learned how to utilize his fire ability to fly by using it like he would see a rocket with the fire coming out of the end. I'm like, oh my god, that's freaking cool. Oh, I'm a big Shoto fan. But yeah, Shoto's pissed and upset about what Toya has done, about Toya being alive and being a villain, and him not caring that, yeah, we found out that Dabi was the one that sent that arrow guy to attack Endeavor back in Season 5. That ended up having Natsuo as a hostage. And he acts like he doesn't care that Natsuo could have been murdered during that encounter. He only cares that it would have hurt Endeavor. Seriously, do you not care about the rest of your family? I know you don't like Endeavor. I can see that clearly. But does the rest of your family not matter to you? I mean, what did Fuyumi and Natsuo do to you? What did Rei do to you? What did Shoto do to you? I mean, yes, Shoto was what he cast aside Toya for when he had Shoto, but that wasn't Shoto's fault. He didn't pick that. He didn't want that. He didn't ask for that. So, why is... But yeah, he doesn't seem to care that he actually was happy that it could have happened because it would have hurt Endeavor, like I said. And that pissed Shoto off even more, and I do not blame him one bit on that. And, yeah. Like I said, Dabi's fire, essentially, I think is supposed to be at, 2,000 degrees? Because that's why it's blue. So, one blast from that is very much... It's more effective than, regular fire, obviously. And, while all this fighting is going on, Bakugo is able to still fight, despite his injuries, though not for long, obviously. But what's up with his attacks? Why do they suddenly look different? Can somebody please tell me? Because I have no idea. Because, yeah, they look different, and apparently they are more powerful, according to Bakugo. And we actually get Bakugo's hero name in this one. Dang it, what did he call it? Shoot, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's the whole... Dang it. Let me look it up, because I don't remember it. All I know is the end part, which is Dynamite. He should have just gone with Dynamite. That would have been cool. It would have fit, too, considering his quirk is explosion. And what do you think dynamite does? It explodes. That is a clever idea for his hero name. Then again, he could have also gone with grenade as well, which would have been just as fitting. Hang on. Let's see. Come on. I want to see what his hero name is. Because it's a long one. Here we go. Great Explosion Murder God. Like, what the fuck? Should have just gone with dynamite to make it shorter. Then people would be able to remember it. Because, heck, that's what I remember about it. Is that he's called Dynamite. Seriously. But, yeah, we also get another, appearance by someone I wasn't expecting to see. Even though I kind of got spoiled that he was going to pop up in this episode. Quite literally, I might add. Considering what he can do. Anyway, yeah, all the Nomu the other heroes are fighting suddenly run off to go and help the League of Villains. And what all the others are doing is they went and got Aizawa, Gran Torino, Ryukyu, and who else? Who else was injured? I think those were the main ones that were injured. It was Aizawa, Mirko was probably taken away as well. To the medical teams that were probably nearby, and that's where they've been. Because we don't see Rocklock and Manuel there, so they've been busy with that. And, yeah. Thankfully, Midoriya was able to get in there and fight, because if he hadn't, who knows what would have happened to Shoto, because Dabi was intent on killing this kid. Killing his brother! His little brother! Seriously, like I said, Shoto had nothing to do with what Endeavor was doing. He didn't pick that he wanted to be the new favorite. He didn't want to be treated the way he was. He didn't want anything like that to happen. He was just a kid. And yeah, I know it hurts to be tossed aside by your own father when all you wanted was to essentially, you know, please your father and everything, but still, not your brother's fault. And like I said, what did Fuyumi Natsuo do to you? Why do they get it? Why do you not care what happens to them? But yeah, I mean, Dabi is completely insane at this point. He doesn't really have much logic with that. Anyway, but yeah, Midoriya goes in and helps because he can still use Float and Black Whip, but his limbs are essentially useless at this point. How he uses Black Whip is he was essentially observing every time he was training, because he used Black Whip like how, you know, Sue Asuma uses her tongue. She was using it that way. I was like, dang, man. Freaking adapting with your quirk, definitely. Makes me wonder what the heck is he gonna do when he gets the others, because I know of at least I know 2 of them that he gets. And when he gets one of them in particular, that's gonna be a very, very OP quirk. And I don't remember which user had it. But, yeah, But, shoot, what was I going with this? Yeah, anyway, the heroes are trying to get after the Nomu because they changed direction. And, yeah, guess who pops up? Lemillion. Yeah, I was not, when I first saw that I got spoiled on it, I was like, what the heck, where'd he come from? Because as far as we know, Eri has not been training on her quirk. At least they haven't shown it anyway. So as far as we know, Lemillion wouldn't have been able to get his quirk back. But he did. And he's now on the battlefield and helping them out, which is a great help, considering how he uses his quirk. And apparently we find out that during, the past 6 months, I think? Or at least the past few months. I don't know how long she was apparently getting training on her quirk and how to use it, with Aizawa supervising, of course. And it got to the point where she could use her quirk to rewind Lemillion back to when he had his quirk, which she did! Thank God! So now, like I said, Lemillion is now on the battlefield, and they're working on trying to, you know, subdue the Nomus and take out the villains. Cause, yeah, this ain't over yet. And, yeah, Shigaraki wakes up just enough to give one order. destroy. And that's when Makia decides he's going to get up and break free of those restraints. But thankfully, Endeavor snaps out of it enough to go in for an attack on Gigantomachia. And, yeah, it's at that point that sedative that they got into his mouth kicks in. And he passes out. Thank goodness for that, because like I said, Gigantomachia is one, even by himself, with nothing else for them to fight, he is still a force to be reckoned with. They would have had a hard time taking him down, like I said, even if he was the only one there to fight. And, shoot. Yeah, they show all the other heroes that had gotten their butts kicked by Gigantomachia when they were trying to stop him. And it shows Momo and the others working on helping them out. But, there's one thing I got spoiled on that was not on Facebook. When I was finally able to spend time with my fiancé and his family, I got them to finally, do Season 6, because it wasn't on Hulu yet, but I had it on Crunchyroll. So I was having them watch Season 6 with me, and I think I got to the point where I had gotten through Dabi's Dance, episode 11 at that point, and his niece had been reading the manga, and thus she was at the aftermath of this battle. Which essentially I think is, episode 14? And we find out of one casualty on the hero's side that they had not confirmed yet. Because they had confirmed twice, they confirmed Crust, they confirmed the laser guy, those we know of that had died. There was one, at least one, that we know of. And she spoiled it for me. And I had told her specifically, do not spoil anything on me because I have not gotten to that point yet. No, she did it anyway. So, thanks a lot, Kaylee. You spoiled this for me. And I'm not going to say who, because I know you guys don't want to be spoiled. But it's more than likely going to get spoiled in episode 14, so be ready for that. And it was not who I was expecting, to be completely honest. I will say that. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. Oh, god dang, I'm tired. Anyway, I will get this uploaded, and I'll see you guys next time.